Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. I do some YouTube, some Ubering, and all kind of stuff going on today, I'm telling you. Hey, I'm going to focus on one thing today that I have briefly talked about before, and it's my number one. This is my number one. If I give any advice to any new Uber driver or anyone wanting to do Uber, this would be the first thing I would advise to do. So hang with me, okay? Now, if you're new here and you have not subscribed yet, you can help the old man get to 2,000 subscribers. Believe it or not, I cannot believe this channel is almost to 2,000 subscribers. So if you get anything out of this, you can subscribe, ring the bell. You can buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee down below if you get something good out of this. All right, I'm not pretending here, but I'm gonna give up my number one, and this is what I think. And I have to explain it a little bit. The area I work in, I've done high-end work here before. In other words, I've drove limos here. I've done black sedans here. I've done party buses here. If it transported people around this place, I have done it before. Before Uber ever was anyone's dream, I was doing transportation here. So over that time, and the fact that I was born and raised here, I mean, some of these streets here, I've literally rode my bike with training wheels on it. So I know this area better than any other Uber driver that's ever going to show up. You can literally give me an address. I can almost tell you the house color on the corner. And that's just about where I'm at with the knowledge here now. I have to watch out when they put new ones in. But anyway, I know my area. That is the number one. If you want to start driving Uber, focus on your area first. Get familiar with it. Now, if your area, see, now I have to put in a little disclaimer there. The area where I live, where I work, there are a lot of high-end stuff that goes on here. Okay, very high-end. There are celebrities that have places here. We get a lot of celebrities through here quite often. So that kind of stuff goes on here. So there are high-end hotels and high-end restaurants. I know by the day of the week what's going to be happening by watching my Uber rider app, what's happening on my place, as who's coming by, who's on the island for a conference. I know yesterday a conference left. I know today another conference is coming in. You learn these kind of things by working your area. If you're one of the guys that, God bless you, if you do the long stuff, you're the ones that do the 100-mile runs, the 75-mile runs, you're doing those kind of runs, yes, it's different than what I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk to people that are just new, they're wanting to break their teeth in. Don't get the acceptance rate. Don't get caught up in that acceptance rate. And I've done videos on this. Don't get caught up in the acceptance rate thing, okay? It doesn't matter. So if you're new to Uber and you're wanting to do Uber, don't pay attention to that. Just block that crap out of your mind. It doesn't matter, all right? Yes, that's how they want you to do more, all right? But out here, you need to pick and choose. And the best way to pick and choose is do it in an area that you know good. And I know this area real good. That's why I know when all of a sudden a run pops up and it says such and such hotel, I'm trying to grab that run because I know the clientele that are there. If it's at night and I see someone's coming out of a certain restaurant, I'm trying to grab that run because I know the clientele that's coming out of that restaurant and they're going back to one of the high-end hotels. You learn to work your area. Focus on that. That is the number one thing. If you're ever thought about doing Uber, or if you're doing Uber today and those areas are not available to you, you can't work an area that's got high-end whatevers, try to find you one if you can. You know, try to find where the money is in your area. What is what happens there when, if you're working in a little country town and there's only one Uber and that's you, you might have a hard time with this, all right? But work your area. because you're the only guy out there, and someone's going to sooner or later need you. So you can sit at the house, feed the chickens, do whatever you got to do. And if that bell goes off and you see that someone's wanting a ride from Sally's grocery store down to Bob's fishery, grab that run, whatever it is, But just focus on your area to get started. Concentrate on that. You'll get your teeth broken in properly. Then decide if you want to go on those longer runs. Do you want to venture out from that? How well is it doing for you? So, but the biggest key to my success is knowing an area that I know so well. People say, how do you keep a 5-star? I know an area so well, and I know the people that are in that area. I know how they want to be treated. I've talked about those and other things in other videos. We're not into that today. We're talking about focus, focus, focus. Work on your area, know your area, and it'll be profitable. You'll make more money by knowing that. All right, that's just a fact. And don't worry about the damn acceptance rate. I'll say that probably in some more videos for a while, because there's so many people, I see it all the time coming in comments about the acceptance rate. I could care less if anyone ever mentions that in a comment again, and I know someone's going to do it just out of spite. All right, I know that's going to happen. But no, work on your area. Know that area like the back of your hand if you can. Pay attention to what goes on. Run the Uber Rider app. You can do it on the same phone. I had a question about that. I don't have two phones to run the Rider app. You don't need two phones. You can do it on on one phone. I have both of them run right now. If I was to stop this right here, I could click over to Uber, and I could slide over to the Uber Ride. They're both running right now. I'm just not selected on Uber right now, but I know I can select the Rider app and see how many Ubers are in my area right now. I can pay attention to that. Now, there might be a couple that are not showing up because they're on runs. So if you're doing that little trick, doesn't mean that you're seeing 4 Ubers out in your area, that there's just 4. There could be 2 of them that are on runs that you're not seeing there. All right, so you just keep that up and you keep it running. Every so often you click over, every 30 minutes or so, see what's going on in your area. Find out if you're all of a sudden you're the only long guy out here. Pay attention, because at that point they'll start trying to feed you cheap runs. So you might want to, if you see that you're the only guy out here, don't accept the run for a little bit. See if the run prices don't go up. A little trick on that one, okay? I'm full of this kind of stuff, so hang with me, subscribe, ring the bell, buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee if you like, but that's the game you have to play. Work your area, know your area, focus on that area, and you will make more money because you know it better than anybody else that's going to come in there. All right, so if you live in a small area like I do, I just happen to know the area better than any other driver that's going to come into my little high-end small area. All right, that's the key to some success with that. All right, so again, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing it. Let us know, because when you leave a comment with me, you're not just leaving a comment on that I might read. You're leaving comments that a lot of other people are going to read too. And so you may get an answer back from me. You may get a video done on whatever your comment is. But you may get some comments back from other people too, trying to tell you what they've done and how they do it. So let us know how you work it. Do you work a small area? Is that your focus? The ability to know your area better than anyone else does in your area? I'm interested in knowing. Let us know. So again, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. If you've hung this long, appreciate you. You guys are the best. Anyway, Daddy-O out for the day. Yeah, for today. Maybe later. No, today. Have a good one, guys. Bye.